Your city, your news. From the campus of the University of Nebraska at Omaha, this is the Omaha News.
This week on the Omaha News, the Undersecretary of Education was in town to elaborate on the future of education in the United States.
Today is Wednesday, April 9th, 2008. You're watching the Omaha News. Good afternoon. I'm Lori Dutcher.
And I'm Cody Banks. Last week, UNO students participated in a poll about the cost of education. This week, the U.S. Undersecretary of Education visited the campus. Tania Padilla reports that cost was also on her mind.
This week at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, President James B. Milliken welcomed the U.S. Undersecretary of Education, Sarah Martinez Tucker. She was at UNO to address the issues of access and affordability in higher education.
The United States globally, we lead the world in the percentage of 55 to 64-year-olds who have a college degree. But when we look at the 25 to 34-year-olds, we dropped to 10th.
With the issues that were discussed, what do students have to say?
The three issues is the FAFSA, parental involvement, and then what are you going to do with your degree after you graduate? You know, a lot of these companies, like Kellogg's, for example, $17 an hour for high school graduates. And then when you graduate with a degree, there might not be a job out there for you, or you don't get the high pay. So there needs to be a balance.
Federal funding now in schools at the college level is based on family income, and a lot of students come to school and their parents don't really participate or help them with school, so it's kind of hard. The only options are you can join the military, get married, or almost legally divorce your parents to qualify as an independent student. And so I wanted to see what her thoughts on that were.
Mrs. Tucker said they are coming up with a new way to classify independent students in order for them to get financial aid. For the Omaha News, I'm Tania Padilla.
As part of her listening tour, Tucker will be visiting Lincoln along with campuses in Houston, Denver, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Officials at Iowa Western Community College evacuated the campus earlier today after receiving a bomb threat. Students were let back into school around 12:30 this afternoon after investigators cleared the school. The school removed all contents on their website and replaced it with a warning to evacuate all buildings.
It's been around nearly 100 years, and thousands of you have gone to school there. Lindsay Carsey tells us about the preparations for a huge celebration.
UNO has a special event coming up.
It's going to be a big party.
Many activities are planned for not only students, but the whole city as well. There are plans in the works for
lots and lots of good stuff.
So what's all the excitement about? UNO is turning 100 years old and is planning a centennial celebration that sounds like
it's just going to be a lot of fun.
The university opened in 1908, and since then there's been many changes. So what's the focus for its centennial?
The idea behind it is to show that for 100 years UNO has been Omaha's metropolitan university. Back in 1908, 60th and Dodge was a cornfield. But you know, it's just there's lots and lots of things out there that will be happening. The new buildings will be stunning.
Once the construction in the old engineering building is completed, the building will be rededicated during UNO's centennial celebration as the new home of the College of Public Affairs and Community Service.
The Commons area of the new CPACS building is going to be a place where lots and lots of activities will take place.
The celebration is set to officially start in October of this year.
Fall is always an exciting time. The fall semester is the start of the academic year, which is always loaded up with welcome week activities and things like that. Well, this year it's even bigger and better. And getting people to campus in October is really, really important. We want Omaha to come here and see its university.
The centennial celebration will also include a black tie gala to be held in the Quest Center in February. Security is high for the Olympic flame stop in the U.S. The Olympic torch arrived in San Francisco yesterday among intense protests. The route of the run was kept secret because of protesters trying to disrupt the torch run. Protesters are mad at China's human rights record, and many are also in favor of a free Tibet. Reception of the torch has been aggressive in many of the countries it has visited.
Gas prices are on the rise, and as a result, other goods and services are also going up. Mariama Samate explains the effects of gas prices on small
Like,
businesses.
it's too much.
Make me want to stay home a lot.
Oh, it's terrible, man. It's terrible.
These folks are definitely no happy campers. Neither is this restaurant owner. Hubert Pearson, the owner of the only Caribbean restaurant in Omaha, said due to high gas prices, the cost of freight for his products has increased 30%.
Everything in our inventory, almost 6 to 7% of our inventories in the items are increased. The freight is increased, and for the most part is contribute to the high price of gas.
Restaurant regulars like Edwards, who drives about 30 minutes every evening to get a taste of his favorite Caribbean cuisine, said he can't imagine what he will do if this restaurant should close.
You know, if it does close down, then it would be really hard, right? Because, you know, it would be a hard thing, you know.
You would think that the high gas prices is felt only at the pump, but no. Small businesses like this Caribbean restaurant is feeling the impact in its bottom line. Hubert said he cannot pass the freight cost to his customers because he does not want to lose any of them. As a result, he has to live with the consequences.
Whenever time they want something special, you know, so we just got to suffer the loss and try to hang on for the good times.
For the Omaha News, this is Mariama Samate.
Officials in the government are now worried that gas prices may hit $4 a gallon during the summer travel season.
First, Warren Buffett said it in March. Now, former Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan is saying it. We're in a recession. Greenspan was on CNBC when he defended his policies enacted while chairman. He also said it's appropriate to use public funds to cushion the credit crisis.
Benjamin Franklin said, "In this world, nothing is certain except death and taxes." Maureen Kaufman explains why some people wish they were dead after they get their taxes done.
April 15th is rapidly coming around the corner. It's tax season and time is running out.
Don't wait till the last minute.
15th's coming. Hurry up.
Income taxes can be filed one of two ways: paper filing and electronic filing. Individuals also have to decide whether they want to prepare their taxes themselves or to have a professional complete the necessary forms. Mike Long, the owner of Liberty Tax Service, says that using the e-filing system and getting a head start on your taxes has its benefits.
And that gives us a time to carefully go through it, make sure you got everything, ask for different things that you may have forgotten. It gives us a chance to compare last year's return to this year's return to see if we missed anything.
For those who are filing the old-fashioned way, the U.S. Postal Service is still available to help.
Main plan is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But normally the cancellation process stops at 8 o'clock because that is our last collection time throughout a normal workday. So what we do on April 15th, we will extend that cutoff time till midnight to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to get it postmarked in time.
For the Omaha News, I'm Maureen Kaufman.
Be sure to get your taxes done on time, otherwise you will forfeit your chance to receive a rebate from the Economic Stimulus Act of 2008.
Coming up next, we'll show you how donating your organs can positively affect the lives of dozens of people.
And some students are learning slang to enhance their English comprehension. You're watching the Omaha News on the Knowledge Network.
UNO Television.
Students work with professionals who have all kinds of experience in the industry.
Lights, camera, action. Literally.
Get paid while you learn more about the TV business.
Work on all kinds of productions.
My friends who worked on TV crew last semester are now working part-time at local stations.
Working on TV crew is a great experience.
UNO Television. Student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
Most local television news only gives you brief headlines about issues that may be important to you. But for more than 10 years, only one program has remained dedicated to examining all the information about issues that really matter to Nebraskans. I'm Kathy Wyatt, and it's my privilege to present those issues for your consideration. Join me on the campus of UNO in a program we call Consider This, every week on the Knowledge Network.
if your days get out of control. Reset your attitude by setting your radio to KVNO, Classical 90.7. Discover your own personal oasis of serenity on KVNO, Classical 90.7. Drugs, crime, prostitution, hunger. Visit yesomaha.org and donate to Youth Emergency Services. Help take homeless kids off the streets before something else does.
Thousands of people are waiting for organ transplants in the United States. Nick Peterson reports on how one-person organ donation can save the lives of 8 people and enhance the lives of 60 others.
Every 13 minutes, someone new is added to the organ transplant list, and with currently 96,720 people waiting for an organ, donation is an important gift to give someone else in need. The PRSSA, a UNO campus organization, sponsored an event yesterday to promote the need to organ donate. The Vice President of Recruitment for PRSSA elaborates why it remains important to donate.
Worst case scenarios, you pass away and your family doesn't realize you want to donate your organs. Oftentimes they won't get donated. So it's really not only about getting people signed up to become donors, but talking to their families about their decision to do that as well.
Every day, 20 people die for a life-saving organ, and with these statistics, organ donation should be stressed to the public. For the Omaha News, I'm Nick Peterson.
To donate, there are 3 things you can do. You can join the registry, you can sign the back of your driver's license, or you can complete a donor card. For more information, you can visit nedonations.org.
It's now possible to transplant 6 kidneys at once. Doctors at Johns Hopkins simultaneously transplanted 6 kidneys to 6 different patients on Saturday. The 10-hour surgery used 6 operating rooms and 9 surgical teams. All the patients involved in the surgery are in great condition. One of the donors was Randy Bolton, who is the brother of President Bush's Chief of Staff, Josh Bolton.
Cervical cancer affects millions of women worldwide. Justin Tatum shows how some students are spreading awareness and the disease on how to prevent it.
The Lady Maverick softball team is doing more than just fielding ground balls, stealing bases, and picking out the right pitch to hit.
We wanted something along the same lines, but we wanted to support something that wasn't as common. And cervical and ovarian cancer and HPV is so common nowadays, especially in people our age. We decided to try to raise some awareness about it so people know. It's actually called the silent killer because no one really knows about it.
Every Maverick softball player is wearing a blue shoelace on one of their cleats.
And it's kind of a touchy subject talking about something like, you know, a cancer that affects only women.
The idea to raise awareness was started by second baseman Trayton Yates and another teammate.
My best friend is pre-cancerous cervical cancer, and then a lot of girls our age, and lots of them don't even know it, have HPV.
Pitcher Alyssa Fligg is reminded of a close friend affected by HPV every time she puts on one of her spikes.
So we wanted to do something different from breast cancer, the main one. And I don't know, I just think everyone needs to do something to help it out.
Trayton encourages all women to get their yearly pap smears.
Lady Mavs will continue to raise awareness by wearing those shoelaces until the end of the season. For the Omaha News, I'm Justin Tatum.
HPV is the virus that is primary cause of cervical cancer. To find out more about HPV and cervical cancer, you can go to cancer.gov.
The American vocabulary is diverse, and if you didn't grow up with it, it's complicated. Words don't always mean what they say. As Munera Amini shows us, sometimes words can cause problems for international students trying to learn the language.
Everything came up. This is a slang class for intermediate and advanced students, and the purpose of the class is to give students a chance to use real language in everyday communication to express their feelings, the pluses and the minuses in their lives. There are students from 8 different countries in this class. So they've really, it's given them a handle on the language for better communication with Americans. They understand more, and among themselves, they simply communicate better now.
Because I think if I don't learn some slang or idiom, I can't understand American.
Some students have difficulty understanding some words or expressions.
Piece of, and I don't know what piece of exactly means.
Some students feel learning slang is helpful with others.
I want to know some slang because if I don't know slang, I can't understand American people.
They feel more confident with their English. They understand more of what's going on, and they really feel that they belong more.
Students use cartoons and dialogues to help with their vocabulary and overall communication skills. For the Omaha News,
she is a hot girl.
I'm Manira Amini.
Although it isn't correct English, it is important that people learning the language understand slang and jargon. Coming up, we'll catch up with Omaha Entertainment Award winner Matt Geiler, a member of the Weisenheimer's comedy trio, and see what sort of comedic shenanigans he's up to now.
And with spring in the air, it's time to clean. We'll show you some tips that'll freshen up your home. This is the Omaha News on the Knowledge Network.
Take a look at UNO and you'll find a school that can pretty much be everything to everyone. We have that big city feel and a sense of community that creates a close, friendly campus. Our professors and resources contribute to our great reputation in the city and the region. So whether you're just starting out, transferring, earning a degree online, or choosing a new path in life, you'll be able to find what you want.
Hello, Mav fans. I'm Tori Pantalian. Join me each month to catch all the news on all the sports at UNO. Watch Maverick Sports right here on the Knowledge Network.
Welcome back. I'm Marjorie Sturgeon, and I'm joined by local comedian Matt Geiler, who's won an Omaha Entertainment Award for Best Comedian in 2006 and another one with the Weisenheimers in 2007. Thank you very much for being here, Matt. I appreciate it.
Marjorie, thank you for having me. I'm so pleased to be here.
Good, I'm
You're
glad.
one of the greatest humans ever.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
You're no stranger to news. You used to host the KXVO 10 o'clock news.
I did.
So what have you been doing since then?
Since that show was unceremoniously canceled in April of 2007, I spent about 2 months kind of lying around the house and just reading books, mostly in my underwear. But then I got right back to work, and I took I took a lot of the stuff we shot for KXVO, some sketches stuff out to LA, found some production companies. My job before I did that show was traveling and doing stand-up and clubs, so I went kind of back to doing live gigs, a lot of commercial work, hawking cars, and writing things for a new show. So
new show?
Yeah, the new show. Well, I have a new show. It's coming on this weekend on KXVO. It's called Mixtape, and it is an insane collection of fake music videos, most of which star me as fictitious musical artists. A lot of rap, a lot of hip-hop, a lot of folk.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is good. I have no idea how people will respond to it.
Do you think
Maybe by throwing.
it's a little similar to the KXVO News, or?
Oh no, not at all. The KXVO News was, a live news newscast, except that it had no news in it and mostly dancing. But now this is appropriately titled mixtape, so the music content is explained in the title of the show. But it's all pre-recorded musical sketch comedy, and then we just produce it and hand the episodes over.
So you've won 2 Omaha Entertainment Awards.
Yeah.
What's it like to win 2 back-to-back?
Exhilarating, and I've gotten so much money from it, and just so many people are just throwing money my way, and I've gotten free cars, and the awards are huge. I use them as paperweights and weapons, and just being a 2-time winner, I mean, it's really what I imagine like the Academy Award winners would feel like, except down 43 notches, because Omaha is the 43rd largest metro area in the country. So it's like the Academy Awards divided by 43. But just a lot of girls following me around. I'm married, so I don't do anything, but it's nice to have people just kind of following me around to the mall, and a lot of endorsements.
Do you get recognized a lot?
Yeah, I do in restaurants. Most people are eager to throw some things. Not a lot of people like the show. I mean, some people did. A lot of people will be like, hey, you're that guy from the show, and then they'll throw a salad.
Is it because of the Connor Oberst parody?
Yeah, a lot of them are Saddle Creek fans. One time I was attacked by the Faint in an alley, and that didn't go well, but fortunately 2 gallants showed up, and then they beat those guys off of me with their guitars and their beards.
Wow. Sounds like you had a hard time there.
It was, it's just a day in the life. Just a day in the life, yeah, it's cool. It's cool to be acknowledged, but really the point of the award is just for a lot of artists and musicians and people to come together.
So your mixtape, that's April 13th?
April 13th, 11 o'clock, Sunday on KXVO. If you're awake, watch it.
All right.
Even if you're asleep.
Great. Well, thank you very much for showing up today. I appreciate
thanks
it.
for having me.
You're watching the Omaha News on the Knowledge Network.
Our look may have changed over the years, but our mission has remained the same, providing our students with a way to achieve their dreams. Through their education at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, students have the opportunity to connect, collaborate, and create. For more information, visit the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
UNO Television.
Students work with professionals who have all kinds of experience in the industry.
Lights, camera, action. Literally.
Get paid while you learn more about the TV business.
Work on all kinds of productions.
My friends who worked on TV Crew last semester are now working part-time at local stations.
Working on TV Crew is a great experience.
UNO Television. Student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
If your days get out of control, reset your attitude by setting your radio to KVNO, Classical 90.7. Discover your own personal oasis of serenity on KVNO, Classical 90.7.
Congenital heart defects are the most common birth defect and the #1 cause of death from birth defects occurring during the first year of life. Help save little hearts. Support the Midwest Heart Connection. Go to MidwestHeartConnection.com. Little hearts, big miracles.
Spring is in the air, birds are chirping, squirrels are at play, and dust bunnies are hibernating in your homes. As Kristen Voigt shows, spring cleaning isn't as much of a chore as some people make it.
And dry. And go
A couple of months after the last snow, when spring has sprung, Martha knows it's time to get out the scrubbers, gloves, vacuum, and broom. She works hard to rid her house of the dust bunnies and tries to organize a year's worth of chaos.
Oh, it's so dusty. I wonder where it all comes from.
Martha has gotten down to the nitty-gritty every spring for the last 50 years. She hasn't changed her routine much over the years.
And this is still the best way to scrub the kitchen floor.
She uses vinegar and lemon juice for the shower head and faucets, baking soda and vinegar for the bath, and newspapers for a streak-free shine on windows.
And there's something about the newspaper ink that really makes it shine.
She enjoys the feeling of a clean house, but is starting to wish she had someone else to do the cleaning for her. Knees deep in this.
This is going to take a lot of sorting. I'm donating these books because I don't think I will use them anymore. I've read them a couple of times, and I just don't think that I'll ever take the time to read them again.
Martha never forgets the cardinal rule that one man's junk may just be another man's treasure. She likes to donate as much as she can. For the Omaha News, I'm Kirsten Voigt.
Martha also has several other suggestions to make your home cleaner. A clean dishwasher is important. Martha suggests running it with white vinegar or lemon-flavored Kool-Aid. This will also help with getting rid of lime deposits and iron stains. To get rid of odor in your microwave, she recommends microwaving a bowl of water with lemon slices on high for a few minutes. This will also help to remove spots.
If you don't feel like cleaning, head over to Caniglia Field on the UNO campus for the red-white spring game. The Mav football team will scrimmage at 1 p.m. Get over there early and watch a couple of friendly flag football games with me as the announcer. The Maverick Bullpen is sponsoring a tailgate with food, music, and giveaways. Season football tickets for the general public are on sale, and of course, are free for students. The Mavericks start their season September 6th at home against Nebraska Kearney. Next week on the Omaha News, dog treats may not be as healthy for your four-legged friend as you once thought.
And we're entering tornado season. We'll show you what you can do to keep you and your family safe from cyclones.
For all of us at the Omaha News, thanks for watching.